What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another freaking video. Day 3, we're getting after it, how to just completely change our entire mindset up. So again, we just talked about effort and decisions, guys. Effort and decisions. It's so important. Hitting that restart button, you got to understand those two concepts. And today, we're building off of that, right? I'm talking about something we're calling build your peer. So what is build your peer? That's the number one question I get about my book all the time is, Craig, I don't understand build your peer. Listen, man, this is freaking fire. So it's all about building your peer down here, and this is what this concept is. So every day I challenge you, right? I've already challenged you, especially if you got my book. You've been challenged. Here's the deal. Somewhere in the United States, somewhere in the entire world, I don't care if you're an athlete, I don't care if you're trying to get a promotion, I don't care if you're trying to graduate, I don't care what you're doing, right? I don't care what it is all is going to be the same thing. There's people that is competing against you, right? They want your job. They want to be valedictorian. They want to graduate as well. They're going to want to get the same job you apply for. Championships, right? There's all these people that are trying to win championships, trying to be an all-conference, all-American, go to the league, be an all-star in the league. You're competing against those people right now every day. So let's get that into our head right now. You're competing against somebody every single solitary day. Your actions, what you do, man, don't just think you just wake up today, you go through the entire day, you did and whatever. If you did that, you lost, man. You lost. So here's the deal. First off, to build your peer, you got to have a game plan, right? You got to have a game plan. So let's pretend I assume if you're watching me, you have a game plan. So every day, who you compete against, you're competing against average, right? Let's just compete against average. That's our enemy, average. So every day you wake up, average gets to build one pier, one wood plank to that pier, right? Going way out into the ocean. They get to build one. If you did everything you needed to do today, right? Everything you needed to do, you did 100% effort. You're average, right? We're holding ourselves accountable for the best of the best. We want to be the best. You want to set records? Well, this is how you do it. If you put out 100%, you get to build a pier. Or you get to build one wood block, even with average. But here's the difference, right? Here's what you have to understand. I don't care what you're doing again, man. This all goes down to the same freaking concept. And I'm starting to get excited because, man, this is what builds champions. It builds winners. It builds CEOs. It builds everything. It's going to be that extra 20% you put out, extra 40%. I call it in my book, add your extra 40%. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I'm just going to, in the fastest way possible, understand this. Every day, your brain is keeping you safe, right? So when you think you're tired, you think you can't do any more sets, you can't run another sprint, you got to understand, you still got more left in you. Your brain is putting limitations on what you can do physically, right? So I don't want to really blow that whole message because that's a whole new message, but understand, you have 40% more left inside of you, just like your gas tank in your car, right? What is your gas? We've all been there. We're all driving down the road. The E light pops up, says you're out of gas, but we all know we still got about 10 more miles before we really run out. Building your peer, to get two blocks, that's our mission every day, right? To be able to put 2 bricks in there. That means you went to the finish line, right? You put out until you 100% until you hit that wall, and you're like, man, I'm done. I can't go no more. I did everything possible today. But where the magic happens is knowing I hit the wall and I still push past. I pushed past that wall. I pushed past average. I trained harder than average, than the guy down the street in the other state, around the world. When I hit my wall, I knew he stopped, but I didn't because I knew my brain, my body is programmed to keep me safe. I got 40% more effort left in that tank. When you hit into that magic zone, right? In this magic zone, oh man, let me tell you, this is how I became a professional. This is how I set records. I realized there was a time, boom, I couldn't go no more. But I knew I could. I couldn't figure out why. Why is it that I can keep pushing past, right? Why? So I started looking it up. You got 40% more left in you. So coach, you can't run no more and you're all ticked off at coach, run again. Stop sitting there being upset. He's trying to get you into that 40% mode, and you might not realize it. So if you hit your 40%, you get to build 2 peers in one day. So in one day, you're already beating average by 100% just by you putting out 40% more. Watch what happens day 2. That's day 1. Day 2, average wakes up. They did great. They put out, they're competing, because I assume right now, if you have a job, if you have a high-ranking job and you're continuing trying to grow, or if you're on a playing field, average is just a standard, guys. Average, I mean, if you get to that level, average is basically, the norm. Day 2, look what happened. Average on day 2 has 2 bricks. Today is your day 2. You put out 100%, and let's pretend you hit your zone again. You hit that 40% zone. You ran your tank to empty and knew you had 10 more miles, so you kept going. You shut your brain off and said, no, I can keep going. My body, man. Guys, your body is a beast. This human body can go through 10 times more than you ever thought possible. So when I hear people say, man, I'm exhausted, I'm tired. Dude, you sat at a desk for 9 hours. Your brain's lying to you, man. You got time to get up and work. Or you're too tired to study today. Guys, that's average, man. That's freaking average. And I'll tell you what average is going to get you. An average job. An average season. You don't want that. Throw that crap out. Earn your 40%. Look what happened, guys. In 2 days, you have 4 piers built. 4 wood planks built. An average has 2. Watch what happens in just 3 days. Let's pretend 3 days here, and you earned your 40% all 3 days, so you get 6 piers, 6 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look what starts happening. You're here, and average is here. So imagine you're sitting way out there. You're out in the ocean that much further in your pier, on your pier than average. Do you know what that means? What does this mean? All this sounds great. Whoever gets down here gets the job, gets the championship, breaks the records. What does this all mean? That's an easy concept, but don't just think that's a concept. That's freaking real life, man. That's freaking real life. You gotta let that sink into your head. You gotta look for your workout. Why do I sit there every day? I explain my workout. If I'm just doing push-ups, right? And this has nothing to do with gaining size or losing weight. I have a workout program where I have to do 15 push-ups, 15 push-ups, and 15 push-ups, right? Day 1 is right here. Day 2, I got 16, 16, 16. Day 3, 17, 17, 17. I just keep going. You want to know why? Because I know I can beat my yesterday's best. That's all this is, right? I'm going to sit there and do my push-ups, do my jumping jacks, dips, pull-ups, sit-ups, anything. You got to get a program where you can beat it every single solitary day, because it's just forming your mind that strength, right? That strength. So understand, beat yesterday's best. Build your peer, man, because as soon as you start building your peer, right, you become a better athlete. Your team has a better chance at winning. You have a better chance of getting the promotion, ranking higher, being a leader. You have anything you want. You can do anything you want. One of my favorite quotes in the entire world, I even wrote this down because I wanted to read this off. If the enemy inside of you is controlled, the enemy outside of you can do no harm to you. Did you listen to that? All this is, every video I have, it's about doing one thing, and it really is controlling that enemy inside of you. Let me repeat that. If the enemy inside of you is controlled, if the enemy inside of you is controlled, that's you. The enemy outside of you can do no harm to you. Average doesn't stand a chance. When you get on that field, understand this, make the right decisions, put out the right effort level, and know in the gym, off the field, on the field, in the classroom, at your workplace, give your 40% more. Gosh, man, and I'm going to leave you with this. And this is the one thing I say all the time. Your drive, you have, let's say a Lamborghini, right? You have the power. You have the strength of a Lamborghini. But you're driving around 5 miles an hour thinking you've hit your max. 10 miles an hour. You don't realize what that thing's capable of, man. You don't know what you're capable of. You got to start unlocking it. You got to start unlocking what you have inside of you. You are powerful. You're dangerous. You can do anything you want in this world. And you got to know that. You got to know that. And it starts with the easy concepts. So literally in my book, I have a chart. And you have to write this down. Because what it does to you, again, psychologically, what it did for me, seeing this, every day I went to bed, I kept looking, where would I have been if I only put out, day 6, where would I be versus where I put out? And it makes me think, tomorrow, I'm tired, I don't want to. That's that alarm goes off, boom, boom, laser beam eyes. Oh yeah, I want to just keep kicking average's freaking butt, just like you, man. So I'm proud of you. Guys, the emails I keep getting from you guys are incredible. I think this information I'm giving you is so powerful. It's what changed my life. It's what literally has allowed me to literally do anything I want in this entire world using the same formula that's in my book. This is one of the drills I have everybody do every single solitary day. Don't skip it. Don't skip it. It's so important that you do this. So, guys, new to YouTube, just started the YouTube channel. Subscribe below. I'm gonna start trying to get some subscribers on here because I just feel like this information is so important. My goal, my mission, my goal right now is to help as many people as I can. My other platforms, with my book, it's killed it. I mean, I'm talking thousands of thousands. I mean, I don't even know how many books I've sold at this point. It's so many. But that's good and great. But now I'm trying to get to you. Maybe you're lucky enough to click and hear this information today because honestly, this information will help you win a championship. It will help you get promotion. It will help you. I tell my wife all the time, this information, this formula, it's almost like a freaking genie. You can have anything you want in this world. And I'm just showing you how to do it. I can't do it for you, but I'm going to give you the tools the exact way how I did it, how I accomplished everything in this world that we've done it, that we've attempted. Became a professional athlete, graduated to 4.0, all the different things. It's incredible. So use this, guys. Build your peer every day. I encourage you to buy my book because you'll get this right in there. But if you don't buy my book, understand how to build your peer, right? Beat it every day. Write it down. Fill out the blocks. You got to get after it. So my name's Craig, guys. I'm all in. Until next time, we'll see you later.